And we're back. Welcome back to part 2 of this episode, or the part 2 of this session, as we are exploring the Witchlight Carnaval. We rejoin our 4 protagonists as buckets of paint in hand. They are about to restore the names to some of the unicorns around the carousel. All that under the watchful eye of Diana Cloppington, the ride manager. So, I am going to give you. Let's go over here. I am actually going to give you the names in full. Well, the at least. Here we go. Carousel names. Show the players. Right. So as you step, everybody can see the handout?
Julian Mary. Reason.
Julian. Reason Gust.
Gust, yes.
Tom.
Tailing Yarn, I think.
Breeze Gust, Tail, and Dawn and Sunrise.
Yeah, I think it's probably Yarn.
What are the colors of Jolly and me something and Tail and something
probably.
Aran?
I could come up with
Jolly
colors.
and Mary. Yeah.
I could come up with.
No, okay.
I could come up with colors, but they have nothing to do with the puzzle. Let's put it that way. The colors would more identify them as pairs, right? Most of the time they will have either similar colors or complementary colors.
Yeah.
Tail and Turn.
So
also.
Jolly.
Julian Mary, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Breeze and Gust,
yeah.
Tail and Turn.
I think Yarn. Like,
Why Yarn?
so it's a way of saying that you're telling a story is that you're spinning a yarn.
Ah. Yeah.
And I mean, it's the RN at the end that's like, oh, that's very specific.
Yeah.
That one is actually problematic.
It's a very obscure one, yeah.
Yeah, it could be Tail and Turn, maybe Tail and Yarn. I was thinking
Tail and Turn, I
Dawn.
wouldn't.
I actually gonna join the Tavaren for that. Because I think it's yarn. It sounds logical to me.
So so Jolly and Mary, is that it?
Yeah.
But Tail and Yarn doesn't sound good.
Look, worst case we do
Makes
like
sense.
trial.
Yeah.
It makes sense, but in worst case scenario, trial and error. We try something and not
None of the unicorns called trial or error.
I was actually thinking that would have been good.
Look.
Actually, trial and error. They're the ones they're the ones with the deep black and the white mane, right? Because they're
Yeah.
lawyer and judge.
Look, my friend, Tavaren, I know you take things sometimes literally, but as figure of speech, I think yarn sounds logical.
So tail and yarn.
Worst case, we do trial and error. It's not like a big boulder is going to fall on us. And
we'll try something else. I'm most thinking about Tail and Turn, but
Yeah, but here, I'll drop something out of the game.
And Dawn and what was that? What was that one?
Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Oh. Okay.
So are we going for?
I'm saying it makes sense in the meaning, just doesn't sound good.
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean,
we can only
if
try.
it works, it works. No complaints here.
Okay.
I mean, I also feel that dawn and sunrise sounds terrible together, but
Oh,
Yes.
by the way,
We're
I
more on
I would go for
synonyms.
dusk and dawn, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
rock and roll.
we're more on synonyms than on homonyms.
Yes.
If you know what a...
Later,
Good
if
hat.
you want, I can actually. So this is the alternate version of this particular puzzle because the original took in expressions that I barely knew, and I am aware of American idioms, and half of them I didn't understand. So, we'll discuss that at a later time. Right. So I'm going to put these in here. So Jolly and Merry, Breeze and Gust, Tale and Yarn, Dawn and Sunrise.
Yes.
As you start with, so as you bring up the paint on it individually, it's almost as you're writing the names across the saddle, right? So you have this golden paint and you're sort of filling in the letters. As you're filling in the letters, the paint almost fills in before you put in the letter. As in, if you're going to put in an L, right? As you come in,
It starts going around the bends before you do.
Not exactly
Yeah.
that. As in, you find yourself that you do not have to put in any effort to copy the font of the other letters. As in, it just all you need to do the L. So the L is just one straight down, one straight across, but the ink
Tavaren was
fills
very
in.
worried about that his handwriting would muck it up.
Right, exactly.
It's adorning itself.
Yes, absolutely. But you also, in this set of if you had put in if you had made a mistake, for example, because we still haven't confirmation that you've done this correctly, it would also fill in the letter, but in the appropriate script.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These are, of course, enchanted, and the ink is, helpful in that way.
Magic.
Diana, seeing when as you're finished, sort of gathers up the brushes and the pots and says, "Okay, now go on up. These are secrets for you to hear and not me. So I'll just pull the lever and leave you to it. I hope you hear what you need to hear." Right. She goes up,
Thank you.
pulls the lever, and the music starts again as the horses now seem to be much more just as alive as before, but there's a bit more excitement coming on them. They seem a bit more real underneath you. Which ones did you choose?
Sunrise.
Sunrise?
I went for yarn.
Yarn?
I would have gone on Breeze again, I think.
Same Breeze? Okay.
Then I'll go through.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As the music starts and you're moving again, you feel the same motions. It's very there's an automation to it, which means you start to almost anticipate the rearing back or the yinny or the movement of the hair. These are automatons in a way, however lifelike they might be. But this time, you do hear, each and one of you, a voice sort of pushing into your mind as telepathically the horses communicate with you. Individually, I will say. And let's actually move this to a little other. There we go. The sound of the carnival sort of slips away, and you find yourself in a space where the unicorn's voice is not booming, but cannot be unheard. This is the voice that comes into your mind is something that whatever it is said will be ingrained. It is truth with a capital T. Let's start with Tavaren. Zybilna that you seek is frozen in her palace by the will of 3. Skabatha Nightshade, Endelyn Moongrave, Bavlorna Blightstraw, which once was one, is now in 3 split, hither, thither, and yon, separated and isolated as their leaders are. Anna, what you seek is in the hand of Nightshade, hidden in the hollow of a dead tree. Be wary of the one who sleeps in a dollhouse. She cannot remember the first creature she sees. Plum. You will find what you seek in a mounted top theater. Beware Endelyn Moongrave, who has foreseen her own death during an eclipse. And lastly, Ysdred. Bavlorna holds what you have lost. In a cottage on stilts, walking a Fey swamp. Mindful of running widdershins, she does not stand for that. The voices mark your minds. This is something that you will not be able to forget. There is something along the lines of, yes, the GM will send you whatever you need to know.
Thank you.
It is. There is also one last word that you would find all 4 of you have in common. Mind the unicorn's horn, for in it lies delivery. With those last words, there you go. Yeah. The moment happens. It for you. There's the carousel outside has sorry. Let's put it back. You leave that mindscape. The faded colors of the carnival come back into to your eyes. The lights that had faded in that state burn bright again at the edge of your vision. We can hear the children laughing, screaming, crying, the adults running up behind them. The music has stepped up again.
As I step off, I'll...
And with that, ends the first hour, and we move into hour 2.
Okay. I'll... So when Anna steps off, I'll just say thank you to the unicorns. But I understand this can be scary for kids, and with some prestidigitation we'll just remove the letters that we just filled in.
Okay. Is there anybody else who does something similar?
No, Ysdred won't.
Ysdred
first.
won. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna make a round. I used to work. I used to work on this attraction. I'm gonna wipe every name out because most important thing is that everyone is happy at the carnival.
That is fair. As you step off the, you can already see that there's the line has sort of spread out. By the way, does any of you push a ticket towards Diana or not?
Yeah.
She did allow us to go
Ah,
twice.
second ride, yes.
Yes.
I think Tavaren would be. You're the politest of the polite boys. You're a good boy. You're probably the first one sort of handing. No. That one was on me. On me.
Ooh, nice. Okay,
Thank you.
And you see she has her own ticket, which she plunks once. Yeah, you would know this, Plum. Sometimes, as a hand, you're allowed to give free rides to others, right? But it's a limited amount.
Yeah.
Immediately as you're not pushed out, not per se, right? But as she opens up to the rest of the crowd who comes in, she starts handling tickets, and very quickly you are forgotten in her sight, at least for now. And you find yourselves just outside the carnival, just outside the carousel. Where do you want to go next? Or do you wish to discuss what you've just learned?
So Anna's gonna look at it all and say,
Very
that
insightful
was
unicorn.
weird.
I'd like a rating of what you... Because I couldn't understand all of the things you said. So
It's there.
perfect. Okay.
Okay.
I typed that very quickly, so I'll probably have to go in and work in later on.
Okay.
But in short, well, I mean, you have it in writing, and for those who wanted to they can just rewind this video. So. Okay.
Or you did like I did, and I cut it all, mine, not everyone's, but mine, on the fly.
I did the same thing. I have my Plum notes.
Oh, by the way, Ysdred, Widdershins is a real word. You can Google it. It does have a.
Yeah, I didn't understand that word.
Yeah.
So right, should it?
Oh, I had to look it up. I think running Widdershins is either clockwise or anti-clockwise.
Means to go counterclockwise.
There you go.
Anti-clockwise, left-hand-wise, according to Wikipedia.
Okay.
It's a very old word. But then again, this is Dungeons and Dragons.
So, Sibilna was the person we were supposed to look for, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Zabilna is the person who is the Archfey that Marius is worried about. Let's put it that
So
way.
apparently she's supposed to be in her palace, frozen.
No, she disappeared.
Huh.
Well, I mean that's what Yarn told me.
So Zabilna has not been contacted. Nobody has been able to get to reach them in a while. Well, her. I think she goes by her. So now you have. I mean, if person is frozen, that might be the reason why there's
Okay.
no contact.
Okay. So we've got a princess to save.
Oh wow, that's so classic.
Right? I mean, I'm a paladin. I don't mind.
Where do you want to go after this?
Well, you wanted
Dragonfly?
to eat.
Dragonflies. But we promised you
no.
drink, but maybe
No,
we could
no.
keep the drink for a little later and
Yeah.
do some more do some more
I'm
fun
okay with
activities.
dragonflies.
Let's do dragonflies, and after that, I
Drink
would like to do some. No.
and food.
Before-
Oh.
Yes, but I would like to wrestle some goblins.
Yes, we have to take you global wrestling.
Yes.
Gobble wrestling? Those are big turkeys. Oh, I can see
Goblin
the
wrestling.
I can see the goblins dressed in big turkey outfit go gobble 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 gobble.
Hey, gobble, gobble, buddy. It's okay. But first, let's do some dragonfly flying. You've been most excited about that, and I don't want to. And gives a little bow to everyone, and I thank you for indulging going to my old workplace.
No worries. It was really fun and interesting, and we learned something. So
Indeed.
I'll never say no to seeing some horses. So
while you continue discussing, Anna really starts skipping towards the dragonfly rides, like she's taking you along.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So the dragonflies. Yeah. You move backwards towards the dragonfly. Let's see. Okay. Right. Okay. Meeting up an old friend here. As you come up through the archway, you can see that there are huge lily pads resting on the surface of a pool glistening with phosphorescent algae. Giant dragonflies use the lily pads as landing platforms, buzzing loudly overhead with wings as brilliant as stained glass windows, and alighting briefly to drop off and pick up excited passengers. Near the entrance, a small, smiling tree turns your way and beckons you over. A red squirrel clinging to his leafy canopy peers at you suspiciously.
Is this
This is Northwind.
Northwind again?
Anna will have a nice wave.
Yeah. Hello again. Good to see you four. Oh, I wanted to apologize to you, mistress, about what happened before. Please, if you wish, if you would accept it, your ride will be on us.
well, it is a nice intention. I am sure nothing was meant by it.
Oh,
It's just a fickle of luck.
of course. We try to make sure that everyone is happy here. There's nothing Mr. Light likes more than a sea of smiling faces. If the carnival is happy, he is happy. So, please. He sort of moves to the moves you forward. There are 8 giant dragonflies, which are, you can see that they're trained to fly their riders. You can see there's already 1 or 2 sort of in this lazy age figure around the carousel, the carnival. They're basically sort of moving about, just sort of.
They're basically circling over the roads.
Yeah, pretty
Sort
much.
of an
Yeah.
H-shaped roads.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's you would be following the main road. That figure 8 there. Yeah, nicely seen. Oh yes, I did mention. We mentioned this before the show. Jan, you had picked up on a little Easter egg in the map.
Yes, the mystery mine.
Mystery mine.
Yeah, the mystery mine being that one. Well,
Dungeons and Dragons, right?
that was the Dungeons and Dragons, right? Yeah. I will also say, I'll repeat the. You have I gave you a handout with the map, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are many sort of Easter eggs and even potentially a couple of secrets hidden away in the map. So feel free to explore that at your leisure. But for now, we're going on a dragonfly ride. So, who's up for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Flying. Yes.
Yes. What was the name of the squirrel and the tree again?
The squirrel is called Red.
Okay, and the tree was
Northwind.
Northwind.
Northwind, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a handout for Northwind.
Yes, I
Right.
think you do. Yeah.
With the
But
witch scroll
just.
thing.
Do I get player handouts? There we go. Here we go.
So adorable.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? You can actually you can hear the squirrel going. You know, I already, you know that I already said sorry, right? I even gave the mistress a dandelion. What more did? It's okay. It's okay. They're friends, right? Yeah. Well, it's. But yeah. Besides, we're family here, and this one, pointing to Plum, this one was family too. So, yeah, well, maybe, sure, yeah. Right. So, okay. So who's up first? Basically, you've got I believe
Anna's already in the queue.
You're already in the queue. Okay.
She's with you.
Oh yes.
I think I'm gonna keep Northwind a bit company while the others are. I'm like, you go already. I'll do you want someone to? I need to hold some bags or something else. I'll keep them in my hands while you do the attraction.
Thank you, Plum. And Anna's gonna drop her bag at your foot. At your feet.
Like the typical person, like, ooh, I don't like this attraction. I'll keep everyone's bag and I'll wait before everyone comes back.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get into the excitement of the ride. I think that so it's what Anna, Ysdred, Tavaren. Where are you? Sorry.
I'm coming.
Okay. Right. So I think that within as you Anna, you're the first one to sort of step up onto one of the lily pads. There's a group. I think actually let's make it simple. All three of you. There's a batch of these dragonflies sort of sitting on the lily pads, and you're being helped onto them by a troop of. I mean, there's a mixture between gnomes and goblins, and sort of helping you up. I think there's one sort of, but all of them sort of a bit burly. Sort of, one of them has a sort of conical, sort of unicorn-shaped kind of hat, with string around the shoulder. One of the goblins whose face might be a bit more feral, but he's got a hat, so he's harmless, right? That kind of logic. But yes, you're being helped, and I think that this is where, as Anna, you're sort of seated in your chair. Tavaren, you're still a bit struggling to get onto it. Ysdred, well seated. without any help, basically, that you start to hear yells. You start hearing sort of a scream of sort of almost in panic as there we go. Shouts of alarm erupt from one of the nearby lily pads. A giant dragonfly who has taken off prematurely with their patron on their back, but not yet harnessed in correctly. Right, so you can see a middle-aged dwarf with bright blue beard that is unfastened and just shoots up, and you can see he's sort of dangling halfway there, trying to grab onto the saddle. But if something's not done quickly, he might fall. So, what do you do?
And how close or how far is he from?
You're sort of in surrounding area, but if you want, but he's sort of climbing rapidly into the air, right, to sort of join the whole thing. He's just not fastened in his place.
Okay. So he's dangling, but doesn't have isn't strapped in, right?
No, as in he's dangling because he's not strapped in.
Okay.
And now is moving up into the sky about 30-40 meters high.
Oh, okay. So already very high.
I think Tavaren wants to cast a spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because I'm assuming my dragonfly is a beast.
It is a beast.
Beast bond.
Okay. That you touched, so that's the one that is underneath you right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will basically then like I'll get on it and go after that one.
Okay. Fails if intelligence is 4 or higher. Let me just check.
Just check.
Normally it shouldn't be a problem. Creatures, giant dragonfly. Oh yeah, it's intelligence 3, so no, not a problem.
Hey.
But yeah, so yours goes what? Okay, and just I will say, give me an animal handling check with advantage.
23.
23.
Yo.
Yeah, as in okay. Your dragonfly sort of leaps into the sky and just goes right after it. You can see that destabilized by the weight of the dwarf, it's not following the usual pattern.
Yeah.
And it seems to sort of go almost spiral-like up. But yes, you shoot up. Ysdred, Anna, what do you want to do?
I'll try to get my I'll try to see if my dragonfly is also ready to get off.
Pretty much,
because,
I would say so.
And then I'll try, because I can't convince the beast to go after, but I can try to have them at least get me at an elevation where I could help.
Okay. I would say make me an animal handling check.
Yeah.
As you're trying to, because as soon as you're harnessed in, the animal is like a bit of a I apologize for a bit of a dumb beast, or is it?
Yeah,
it just
it's
goes
a right beast. So.
Okay, yeah. So you are also in pursuit.
Okay.
With an 18, definitely.
And so as soon as I get within range, I cast Mage Hand to try. I know Mage Hand can't carry a lot, but if it can at least give the person the stable hand to be able to strap in.
Okay.
So I'll see what.
Okay, so you're trying to help the dwarf back into their seat. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that into account. How about you, Ysdred?
What is the distance, and is the person above water or above a lily pad?
Right now, I think that the most likely the dragonfly is going sort of upwards. So you're roughly in the area. He might be moving towards the feasting orchard. So he's not just above water. He's not above land right now, but he's maybe somewhere at the verticality of this right here. So you'll need to be quick.
Okay. So I cannot catch him if I am on the ground. So I'll try to take flight using thaumaturgy to try help me guide the dragonfly.
Thaumaturgy? How would you do so?
It makes a noise to. I'll try to deter it from the side where I don't want it to go, so it flies in the other way around.
You mean yours or his?
Mine.
Your. Okay. Again, make me an animal handling check.
What happened with the map?
People are having
Well-
fun, I guess.
I think Plum and I
Yeah, unfortunately,
are
as you're
understanding
trying-
each other.
So, back to Ysdred. I think as you're trying to move the animal, maybe the methodology isn't the right one. Maybe they don't respond to sound as you would do for a horse. So
Maybe
unfortunately,
it is a totally inappropriate way to maneuver a dragonfly.
Yes. Absolutely. And so you can kind of see while Anna and Tavaren are sort of leaping upwards and chasing the rogue dragonfly, yours just moves to the others and just starts that lazy 8. Okay. Right, so back to Anna Tavaren. Now you're sort of moving in a bit closer to the rogue dragonfly. Is there let's see, right, so how do you what next? You're coming up pretty much on equal level with the panicking dwarf.
Yeah, I would like to get underneath him so that if he falls, then he falls.
Oh, you want to catch him?
My-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's currently. So I'm going to roll. Actually, I'm going to roll a d20 because he's got help through the mage hand. I will actually give him advantage. I'll be rolling 2 d20s. Let's say on a 12 or above, he stays on the dragonfly. Okay, so that's a 19. So he. Not quite the natural 20 that he needed to sort of set himself up, but he's not falling.
Okay, I'll probably, if my dragonfly can, because those things have huge wingspans,
Yeah.
so getting close is going to be difficult.
You can.
But getting just above it could be an option. And so I'm going to try to, as I'm just above it, use my mage hand to give him the little pushes he needs to really get on there.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check.
Yep. That's a 17.
Okay. Yeah, the mage hand, like I said, like you said, the mage hand can only hold up so much, right? But with a little scoot here, with a little push, decent, he's now again in the seat, but you can still see he's sort of panicking. He's holding down, he's scrunched onto the dragonfly. There's sort of panic. He is not in control at all.
Okay.
Tavaren?
I think I'll ask my my dragonfly to get a bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kind of really just want to get close enough to get him to get on my dragonfly, I suppose. Because if he's not climbing up, then
I'm gonna say this: the dwarf right now is not gonna help you. He's not. He's clinging to life on his. Yeah. He's not the one. You stabilized his situation, but that's not. Your interaction with him is done in a sense.
However, what I can do is I don't have my whole equipment because I left it downstairs, but I do have. I'm gonna remove my belt actually, and just use my mage hand to kind of transform it into just a way to have a lead to the dragonfly, or actually. Do the dragonflies have some kind of rein or harness thing?
No. Well,
no. Okay.
No, not really. They would have. Well, they do have sort of reins, which are purely non-functional for leading them. Right? They were just there for people to have something to hold on to and not be. No. But I would say that his leads have most likely fallen off and are sort of maybe dangling underneath dangling the dragonfly.
But they're tied to the dragonfly in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Those are to the sort of harness at the beginning of the
neck. So my mage hand is gonna grab those leads, bring them to Tavaren, and I'm gonna scream to him, bring him back down.
I mean, Tavaren, I like this. I apologize for the whole hijacking. You were about to say something beforehand. I wanted.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do?
Well, I will take the reins that are being handed to me.
Okay.
Can you try something? I wanted to try something.
Okay. Yeah.
Similar. I probably have some jerky or something for my own horse.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to put a bit of meat on the end of a dagger and try to entice my dragonfly going that way and maneuver it this way.
Now, I like the idea. I still have to honor a nat 1. By the way, you get inspiration back if you had spent it. Because those are the rules of the game. Of our game. Just remember that, so as you're trying this, you've most likely gotten onto the old, to sort of one of the older dragonflies, right? The ones who's really just knows his way around. Make me an animal handling check again. Let's see if you have any more luck. But I will put you at disadvantage.
I have already a -1, so I'm not hoping for much.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you are... Might as well enjoy the ride, because you are now sort of circling around the carousel, basically. But, Tavaren, can I get an animal handling from you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Very nice. So that is an 18. Actually, I would even... Considering that you had Anna's help, that's a critical hit. Yeah. So as you
and I can talk to the creature and
exactly, yeah. So you've got all the advantage. So that's a nat 20. So yes, I think Ysdred, as you're trying to bring your mount back into the fray, you can see Tavaren sort of grab the reins, and pull and sort of communicating with both of these giant dragonflies, sort of bring them back down to the ground. As you do so, there is you are greeted by a thunder of applause coming from the different patrons that were waiting in line, and a couple of the hands as they're applauding, and the carnival mood goes up by 1.
Hey!
Yay!
Right.
I think after we drop off the dwarf, I will fly back up to Anna try to get close enough for a high five, and then probably like
Anna's mage hand will come to you.
yes, yeah.
You're gonna have the high five with Anna's mage hand.
Yes, and then because I have this creature, I have a telepathic bond with it for 10 minutes. I am going to enjoy the ride for this 10 minutes and just go, like, instead of doing the normal figure 8, I'm going to go like, wee, oh yeah, let's go look over at the mystery mine, wee.
Okay.
Like I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun with it.
And Anna just lets her dragonfly just go back to the usual round.
Okay. With the two of you, so Anna and Tavaren, please write down in your notes, Dragonfly Rider, as it may come up later in the campaign. Like I said, there are many little things that might pop up.
I instead of Dragon Rider, Dragonfly Rider.
Dragonfly.
Good title.
Yes, Dragonfly Rider. Yes, of course. We would not want to get Zorsha's copyright claim.
And she will come for you.
Oh yeah, she will.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. As we're going back down, we're gonna move because time is soup. We're gonna bring back a little back to Plum, as you're seated next to the treant sapling, and discussing. So be aware that that the flight has not necessarily happened yet, right? So if you want to have a conversation with Northwind, you may.
So, how is everyone?
Oh, things are good. Well, good. I shouldn't be saying this, but people things are not as good as they could be. But Burley said to say nothing, so shh.
And he starts to hesitate a bit, looks at, gives a little wave to the three others, like, yeah, good for you guys. And then he's like, did you hear actually something about my family?
Oh, we're all a happy family here. You know.
No. I mean, like, my family.
Oh, your family.
You are, of course, a family for me too, but still.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
And where are they for the moment?
I think they're good. But not all are here, I think. Who is your family again?
Is going to say Brucey, Posey, Molly, Fizzy, Boppy, and Poppy.
Oh, yeah. Poppy is still here. Others, they left.
And where is Poppy exactly?
Big Top, I think. In the...
Okay.
Helps with the makeup.
Okay.
I just need to verify which one is Poppy. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yes, it's the clown sister. Yes.
Yeah.
Woo.
Well, I really missed you guys. And while he's actually talking, he's going to Druid craft 2 little flowers to give to Northwind and Red at the same time. A little token of friendship. because, well, and if I can help with something, Northwind, well, don't hesitate to ask. Even if I'm a former employer.
I think he said, well, we have to make sure that, and I shouldn't be saying this, but I hope that Mr. Witch never loses that watch.
The Witch Watch?
The Witch, yes, the Witch Watch. The Witch Pocket Watch. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I kind of enjoy since those two have taken over. Did you know they're not even from the Feywild? But doesn't matter.
I remember the rumors, yes, that they were from. I cannot command the name again, but if I know they're not Thunderfey, yeah.
Doesn't matter an inch.
Yes.
We're happy here. Things are good. The sun is bright. We're in the middle of the night, right?
And I'll give two poppy flowers to them. With Druid craft.
I think
and
that
poppy
at some point,
is also a flower.
As Red looks to you again, sort of that suspicious eyebrow that you could see maybe in a squirrel, sort of grabs it and goes, "That's my shtick." And sort of goes out to the branches, grabs sort of a dandelion and sort of thrusts it to you. Ah!
Well, now we're family together now. You accepted my gift?
Yeah. Nah. Okay. Sort of runs into the branches again.
And like a little kid, he looks at the dandelion. He's like,
I think that's the moment where you hear the screams, right? You can hear so you can see that a bit of a panic. Northwind is maybe a bit slower to jump up and react, but you can definitely see people going that gasp as the elden dwarf sort of is flown up into the air, followed quickly by Anna, Tavaren, and Ysdred's mounts. What do you do?
Just out of curiosity, like, you know what? I'll just look around. You know, like, is there something, like, I know the rides. Normally, they work perfectly. Everything goes well. That something suddenly like that happens. That's a bit weird for my logic. No.
Okay.
So.
Sure. Make me a perception check.
Yeah. Boop. 17.
Okay, nice. Yeah, there's just at the everybody's gaze is sort of looking upward. A lot of the witch hands are sort of going trying to either secure or make sure that everything. You actually do see one of the witch hands sort of jumping off the lily pad and disappearing into the crowd.
Did I had a good look?
So specifically, with the 17, yeah, it'd be I'd say let's see, human, black hair and sort of cropped beard. Bit of a cropped beard with a sort of ending sort of into a point. Let's see. Do I have a better description here? Oh, it doesn't really matter. Wearing sort of again, sort of maybe silver lined, a dark blue coat, and the thing is. And wearing the wings, right? Then, as they sort of step off from the lily pad, they were one of the hands sort of taking care of the animal, or you think. But as soon as they jump off from the lily pad into the crowd, there's a moment where you miss them, as in they pass by someone and then they're gone.
Huh. I blank out a bit, and then I focus back again on Anna and Ysdred and Tavaren to be sure that they're okay.
Actually, Ysdred, why don't you make me that same perception check? As you were looking above, as you were not part of the scene, so you weren't occupied in the action, but you could have maybe seen something from above.
Let's see.
Yeah, perception. Roll that again, because I would consider the vantage point. I would have given you advantage, so roll that again.
Yeah, well, I forgot to look into it. Oh.
Okay, that's an 8. Yeah, an 18's good.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think that you would have noticed the same thing, right? But from above, as in a humanoid moving into, sort of jumping off the lily pad, almost like it was running away, and not necessarily in panic, but just going, oh my god, this is overwhelming, and I'm running away from the whole thing, so jumping away into the crowd. What you do see is that as you're following the silhouette from above, the silhouette at some point sort of shifts and changes into something else. As in, it looks like you can see the human, but in it's not that. How should I put it? You see the human sort of figure making their way through the crowd, sort of pushing through the crowd, but at some point, almost as if you, just as you blink, almost, is that you can see it moving forward, but you can see somebody else moving in the same direction. You can't see the man anymore, but what you're seeing is an other humanoid figure moving in sort of the same direction, the same way, but this time much smaller, maybe a dwarf. With, so again, the sort of black hair, the black longish hair going to the back. The bit difficult to see the color of the cloak at this distance, but definitely kind of similar.
Okay. I'll just keep an eye out and try to see the direction towards where.
Again, lose it. You kind of as your dragonfly move. Yeah, definitely leaves outside from the dragonfly and you lose sight of it as he joins the general crowd outside. Yeah, so definitely yes. For both of you, you would have seen sort of a bluish type of sort of blue. Maybe some sort of faded blue, faded dark blue coat. But yes, we forward back to the rescue. The dwarf, as Ysdred, you've made that lazy roundabout turn, coming down for a landing, and you can see the sort of this portly. Blue-haired dwarf, sort of shaking hands with you and with Tavaren and Anna. By the way, you can definitely see Tavaren that blue, and Anna as well, I guess. The blue beard is sort of slightly glowing with the blue. You realize is just a heavy set of glitter, basically, that has been sort of inset into the beard. Almost to the point where it's become almost like one solid piece of glitter. You do not know why a dwarf would submit to this, but they find it fun. But yes, you were rejoined, all four of you.
Yeah.
I think while they arrive, I think the last thing they will see from me is me blowing the dandelion.
Okay.
I'll blow it. Because it's fun. It's it's part of the fun. So
Yeah. If you've made a wish, write it down in your notes, please.
Okay.
I believe Ysdred, you still have yours, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was boring.
Boring.
Yes.
That was
That was amazing! I love flying. Oh, by the way, Anna's butterfly familiar will probably be flapping around her instead of it would have enjoyed the ride and flown around the dragonfly instead of staying in her hair.
I hoped for it to be fast, not this.
Mine went pretty fast.
Yeah, well, you had a young one. Good for you. Mine was lazy as fuck.
I made friends with him. That may have helped.
Oh,
Mine maybe was deaf.
you had Cornelius. He's coming down on his days. Yes. Dragonflies of that size only have a few weeks, but here in the carnival we can sometimes prolong that a bit. And Cornelius is very experienced. We usually give him to the smaller kids or to the people who need a tranquil ride.
That makes me want to ask something again, but I promised that I would wait until we're going to have a drink. So let's go have a drink.
Well,
I thank you very much, Northwind, for sharing some good old tips.
I'm here all night.
And I'll make some Druidcraft some nuts, and I say like, by the way, Red, my friend, here, a snack.
Trying to buy my affections, huh?
No, you're my friend, so you have as much as you want.
I'm watching you.
is that the custom to do mischief like that in the carnival?
Who are you asking?
The tree.
No, we don't want mischief, unless it's the unless it's the fun kind. I was about to say that. You know I like saying that. Yeah, well, you're too slow. So, no, that was dangerous mischief. We don't like that here. Sad things can happen.
Well, you have Troublion.
A mischief
A
maker?
troublemaker.
A troublemaker.
Oh, we always have troublemakers. But we keep an eye out for them. And then we call Burley. Burley?
I don't think you want to meet Burley.
I'd love to.
If you want to meet Burley, I can show.
Nice.
I think I remember somewhere where he was.
Is he at the feasting orchard?
No, but we'll go.
Then it's gonna have to wait.
Yes, of course. But first, before we go, I want to wrestle a bit, and then I'll answer your questions. Patience. You had your fun first. Now it's my fun.
Okay.
Let's grab a bite.
Let's go see goblins wrestle.
Yes, fine.
And I'll say, like, while I walk next to Tavaren, and say like, 45. My age, 45.
Oh, you're old.
Okay.
You know I can be. You look at Ysdred, like, shakes his head and is like, I'm good. Yes, we're gonna go wrestle some.
Well,
Yes.
it's not an insult. Like,
Can we call you Grandpa?
And it's like mentally Tom is like, oh, I'm gonna use this for during the rest. Oh,
Right? Are you human?
no.
How old do you get?
Sentry?
That's not unusual for humans, is it?
A century is stretching it, but yeah, most humans do get there.
And if I'm
Right,
lucky,
yes.
we have a reputation to get a bit older, you know. So, goblin wrestling, and then a drink, and then I'll answer some questions.
Okay, yes.
But
How
Tavaren,
old are you?
you know what the lifespan of a human is. I hope
Yes,
so.
of course, yes. Clearly.
Hmm.
Let's go!
Tavaren, you got questions?
So I'll continue
Hello?
to.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
I
you.
was asking questions and nobody.
I did. I
Oh,
did. I
okay.
didn't hear. Sorry.
I was asking Tavaren, how old are you?
I'm 28. 18.
28 or 18?
18. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, Anna, it checks. He's in the right year for his studies. Right?
Yeah, but the 28 to 18 one was a bit of a.
I just misspoke.
He's very distracted.
Okay.
Okay. You move to the goblin.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can see that part of the river has been slightly, as you know, the sort of the lazy river that goes around the domain. Sort of has been there's just a little bit of it that's sort of been turned around into this mud pit, basically, where you can see sort of a group of, how do you call a group of gaglins? An ambush?
What?
A group of gaglins?
A group of
no,
goblins.
Goblins.
a gaggle of goblins.
No, I think an ambush of
I'll-
goblins works better.
Yeah.
A
No?
murder?
No, that's a murder of crows. No.
Yes.
A worry of goblins.
A worry. Oh, I like that. A worry of goblins. Yeah. So you come up. There's a. All of them are muddied. Some of them completely caked, so much caked in mud that you don't see any of the color. But one of their clothing or even their skin. But one of them sort of has made an effort to maybe sort of wipe himself off a bit. Let's see, what is strong folk, test your mettle in goblin wrestle. Come on, folks, don't be scared. We promise we won't bite. It's against the rules. Come on, come in.
And
I love that they had to put in that biting.
Oh,
was
you
against the
can
rules.
be sure that they put that rule. And you can see that there's a few. I think there's a sort of a burly man, very much so just in his trousers. He is completely. He's sort of wiping off mud from himself. He's sort of. And he's got that adventurer type, right? You can see that next to him there's a package with a shield, maybe sort of a breastplate. You can see that there's a silver fist embossed into the plate. And there is literally a small goblin in a pinstripe skirt, an outfit in black and white. It's sort of handing him rag after rag, and he's sort of, but the rags are much too small. They're goblin size, right? They're goblin size. Much to the delight of our three orphans that we've seen previously, that seem to be snickering in a corner looking at him. And he's sort of wiping his face. He's good. He's in good spirits, right? So again, you have this sort of barker, who's in again the same kind of white and black, a sort of like referee, the striped. You can see that it's
striped white, black and white shirt.
As he turns around, the front is absolutely perfect, right? Maybe a bit of mud that he's sort of scraped out. The back, however, is splattered with mud. As he's most likely had nobody to sort of wipe that off. Oh, come on, big and small, we'll take everyone, come on!
I'll take that challenge.
Oh, hey! A return challenger! Don't think I don't recognize you there, Plum. Come on in!
And I'll waddle and I'm like, oh, good.
Still gonna ask you for a ticket, though.
I'll show my ticket.
Okay, punched. By the way, how are we on ticket punches for all of you? 2 for Anna.
Now 2.
2 for Plum. Tavaren 2.
Ysdred should be 1. If 2 as well. Because you had the dragonfly ride free.
Yeah, you had the dragonfly free, and there was and everybody had the carousel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I trust you on this.
I noted it down.
Yeah, I wrote it down as well. So.
Yep.
Thank you. Ooh, Ysdred, we can barely see you there in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but I don't want to have the light in my face either.
Sure. Where was I? Yes, Barker. Plum, as you sort of step up, you can see that the goblins around the pit are basically playing rock paper scissors to know who's the one next going in. I would say you want to see who would. I would. Would you prefer it was the winner or the loser who jumped in?
The winner for
winner. Okay, let's say that.
Winning game.
Right. So this actually this female goblin sort of jumps in, just wearing sort of the literally the bare minimum, sort of coming. Okay, now who is this guy again? Oh, you're new. You'll get it. Don't worry. And all of them sort of bark.
Yes, of course, I'm new. Yes. Before we're gonna...
Yeah, go ahead.
Before the roll is gonna happen, he's like, yes, of course I am new, because I am Plum, and I'm actually going to have a very big smile, and you see that his veins are going to pulse even more and more, and I'm actually going to rage for this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be a joyful rage, like, yes, I am Plum.
Okay, I need to check my rules about this. Right, so, right, so as you sort of jump into the pit, you can feel that the mud it's about for you sort of ankle deep, right? There's maybe about 3 to 4 centimeters of deep mud. Strangely enough, might actually give you a bit of an advantage as opposed to big folk, right? Because, they'd be... but yeah, you stand yourself, you go into a rage. And so what we're going to do is, roll... we are both basically going to roll opposed athletics checks. Of course, you get advantage because you were actually raging, you cheater. But...
I'm just using the system to my advantage.
Oh, absolutely. Though, 12 is not bad.
And for me? 20.
Okay. Yeah, 23.
No advantage needed.
I am not even gonna have you run a second round on this. As in, the goblin sort of leaps to you, seeing you small and, well, not squishy, but small, estimating maybe, I'll just trip him. As the goblin sort of rushes tries to grab your legs, what do you do?
I actually jump up So the goblin falls. I land on the goblin. I clap in my hands like, ha! And then I grab the legs and I do Mario does the Bowser move. So I start to turn around and then I let loose. And then again I clap with my hands and I'm like, still the champion of the ring.
Woo! Ow! 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 As the goblins sort of recognize the old champion coming back, there's a few that don't necessarily. There's a couple of new faces you don't recognize, but they're definitely. Oh, okay, yeah, sure, right, okay, yeah. And the barker goes, and the medal, the prize goes to Plum, the smallest of the big folk.
Flex, pose.
Yeah. Sorry, Daisy. Bit of a ringer, that one. The Daisy sort of shakes her head and goes,
I give a head. I'm like, well met and good fight. And I pull Daisy up.
Yeah, Daisy's a bit stunned, I think.
I know, I have that effect on people. There you go.
Yeah, it sort of plops back down into the mud. Give me a second. Sure. Next time. You owe me one.
Of course. And I'll waddle back, and you see the rage subsides very calmly, and he gives a smile like, I feel much better now.
And now for the prize, Petunia. Would you please? Petunia, who was handing the rags to the drops him on the ground, taps the big guy on the knee, and sort of shuffles off into one of the side tents and brings back a sort of a big box, big enough so that she would handle them sort of two-handed. Please roll me a d8.
Let's go.
Okay, that's a 2. Let's see. Right, okay. Inside, you find a small wooden wand. I mean, for you, it's about the size of your forearm, right? The wand has 8 charges, and as an action, you can expend one of the charges to cast Prestidigitation. However, this wand does not recharge.
Yeah, but still, that's so cool!
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, depending on how muddy you are when you get out of the wrestling, Anna will just wave her hand about you and prestidigitate all the mud off.
I think Petunia definitely goes up to say, "Here you go, Plum, to help yourself clean up, huh?"
that Anna arrives like snap fingers. Thank you very much.
And so Petunia has looked up to you, Anna. Hey, it's my job. Don't you taking up my customers, okay?
He's my friend, but I promise I will leave all the others to you.
Yeah, well, he was my potential friend. You know what they say about potential? I don't either. And she's gonna move back into. In the meantime, you have another person sort of again. I think that by the time that you stepped out, a sort of very burly, no, actually not burly, fairly tall, almost Tavaren. Maybe you come up to their shoulder. This this red skinned tiefling. With a bit of a glow to certain areas in her shoulders and to the center of her chest, sort of steps into the ring, going, "Come on!" And this time, not one but 2 goblins basically jump her. You can actually see you can actually see around her feet. You can actually see the mud sort of almost bubble and crack and dry up. The goblins are going to be needing that heavy cake of mud if they want to be able to do anything to this person. But yeah, moving on. Unless...
Nope. Let's move on.
Sorry, say that again, Jan? You're muted.
Oh, yeah, Jan, you're muted.
just sounds like a very familiar tiefling.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, if there was one carnival place where they would be, it would be in this particular stand again and again and again.
Apparently the boys like their mud.
Okay. So, where to next?
So, where to next, friend? I defended my title.
East?
Well, you
East?
were playing. I took a look on the map. Here. Do you see everything is pointing? I think it's pointing towards attractions, different attractions. Could be wrong.
Okay.
Well, I promised to answer the questions of Tavaren with a drink at the feasting orchard, so I always keep my promises. So let's go for a bite. That will do good for him.
Yeah.
And after that, we will continue. Plus, I think I can advise to. I think I would know about the Big Top Extravaganza also, right?
Yeah, you would. I mean, at that point, you would know that this is something that will be announced all over the place, right? This is. There is no way for you to miss it.
I would advise afterwards to we go at the Big Top Extravaganza. I have been informed that we have some time.
Yeah, so I will say this. The Big Top Extravaganza is a specific event, but the Big Top is open at any time. You can just walk in at any time, and there will be shows, smaller ones, but you won't have the whole big thing.
If we have time, I would like to go present you my sister at the Big Top attraction also.
Okay,
Yes!
She,
cool.
she's a clown that does makeup and
Does she do makeup for people?
yes. I think that would be interesting with the smiles that everyone was giving. Well, I see my sister back, and you can go with beautiful face paint go outside.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
But first, after a victory, a good snack.
cool. Yes, snack.
And I'll guide everyone to the snack area.
Isn't there also an eating competition?
Yes, there was the cake eating competition. The fairy cake eating competition.
I kind of want to do that too.
At
Yes.
some point, I kind of want to do the Almirage toss when we have a chance, but first we're going to the feasting orchard, and at some point I'll like to do the Almirage toss.
Of course.
Okay. Okay.
And meanwhile, I'm gonna keep an eye out for just that one witch hand with the description. Just keeping an eye out for him. Just keeping an eye out while walking around and talking a bit.
Did you talk to Ysdred about that or not?
Not yet. But when we sit down, I'll. So while we're walking to the feasting orchard, it's gonna be like look around, enjoying the music, popping his head.
At this point, taken by the music and by the ambience, Anna is almost dancing around more than just walking around. She's hopping, skipping, enjoying. Yeah, she's really like.
I mean, same for Tavaren, because he can literally hear the mood of the carnival,
Yeah.
and it's
Well, I mean-
easily amused.
Well, I'll say this: everybody can hear the mood, right? Because everybody can hear the music of the festival. It's just that you know how to interpret it.
Yeah.
As in, everybody can hear it, but you can kind of hear the words behind it. Does that make sense? You can hear the intent, and the mood behind it.
Happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
This sounds.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is for my own sanity.
Yes.
As the feasting orchard, as you're moving in, you're moving away from as you step in through the archway, you find yourself more isolated than the general sort of the standard music in a sense. But you'll at any point where you look, you'll see musicians either playing at the tables or and it's sort of multiple sort of groups of or individual musicians playing, but there is definitely that thing of they're all playing in different styles in different ways, but it seems to play on the melody, the general melody of the Witchlight soundtrack in a sense. So these will be so there's no cacophony, even if you are moving towards one musician in particular. You will not have there's a smooth transition from one place to another. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And indeed, as you're stepping forward, you can see that there's a sort of central place where they would serve food, I think there's a sort of a banner that says it would be I don't know exactly what time it is, but it would be a fairy cake fairy cake competition this hour, and you kind of notice you've got about maybe 20 minutes before it. Sign-ups below.
Oh, I'm going to sign up.
I'm signing up.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll watch you guys eat.
So
Let's go.
yeah. So here's the description. Music and mirth radiate from this park. The heady scent of flowers, mead, and berry pie waft through the air.
So it's a berry orchard?
Yeah, stilt walkers pluck fruit from trees, throwing them around to children and to adults. Musicians drum, pipe, and strum. Everywhere there is singing, dancing, an inordinate amount of custard.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right. So, Plum and Tavaren, you head to the banner there.
Yeah, I think Ysdred also, right?
Sorry?
Ysdred, are you joining us?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Apologies. Okay, so the three of you stand up. There's a fairly jolly a female dwarf, and she's wearing again the wings, of course, which she would be recognized as a witch hand, or any person's in the top in the Witchlight actually. The Carnaval.
Anyone who's paid, yeah.
But you see that she's wearing very much almost of a disguise, right? Of a baker, as in the fluffy hat, the apron. She is speckled with what at first you seem to be flour, but then you notice that it's actually sort of glitters with glitter. Words, JT. Words. It glitters like glitter. I'm not gonna get a prize for that one. Anyways, and says, "Hey there, boys and lady. Are you here for the competition?"
Yes.
Sure.
So
Okay.
competition like that.
Right. Well, I'll just need it's one punch to participate. Yeah. And a blunk. And actually, as she punches, the above there's sort of a little flipboard, I guess, where you see your name just appear in it. Well, that'll do. Come by here in 15-20 minutes and we'll set everything up. Don't be late. You might miss on something. Don't worry. We'll call you. As long as you're within the orchard, we'll find you.
Not scary at all, but okay.
You in my domain, bitch.
Oh, that was so cute. Bless you.
Yeah. I'm sorry I ruined it.
It's okay.
And during the time that they signed up and everything, Anna will probably have taken the time to enjoy a fruit or something thrown by someone.
Yeah, there's one of the stilt walkers. They're disguised. As you can't really see their faces. It's these it went viral a couple of months ago, I think. So that the medieval beekeepers, so with the circle line, the sort of circle.
Yeah.
So very much so they're completely covered, but they are in bright colors. You can actually see that most of them have these very fat honeybees sort of buzzing about them, moving in and out of these bags. And one of them sort of grabs a fruit and hands it to you, Anna. I think what would be Anna's preferred fruit?
She probably enjoy peaches.
Okay. Yeah, so this, as the peach comes out, and I would say this is a bit of an exotic peach. So it's not the round peaches that we would have here in Europe. Maybe the heart-shaped peaches you have in China. You know, sort of they're very sort of white and pinkish rather than the orange that we have.
Ooh.
And this thing is the size. I mean, you have difficulty wrapping your hand around it. It's just, and the smell of it is just intoxicating. I'm guessing you bite in.
Yeah, of course.
As you bite in, immediately the gush of juices sort of completely overtakes you. You find yourself with sticky hands, a sticky mouth, but definitely,
and a huge smile.
but definitely that moment of that bright ripe fruit in a summer day. And if Anna has never had that memory to call up on, this fruit basically gives it to you.
Yeah.
There's the moment of perfect joy of something juicy and sweet and sticky that brings back to your youth. I do not. Let's try this one. Halfling Lodge. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I'm sorry, people. I'm not happy with the music. I really need to. But we'll see. We'll move on.
I'm taking a look around and trying to find a tree.
A tree specific? A specific tree?
Yes.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Something that would come in correlation with the map and the tree pointing. I'm trying to find to make sense of the tree pointing. Are we meant to find a specific tree here, or is it that just it's a point of interest?
Oh, you mean this guy? This guy up here?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, the closest thing that you've seen is Northwind as an ent, but I'd kind of think that maybe some of the trees of the orchard have smiling faces and have sort of all these old, when kids would come up and sort of tap the wood, you would see sort of that long nose sort of chuckle up and down with the wide grin. Yeah, I could definitely see that you would have a couple of these giggling or chortling trees around. Yeah.
Okay. Nothing. All right.
Why don't you make me either investigation or perception check as you at your leisure.
Quiz investigation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. I think that as you're yeah. You're looking through the orchard, and I guess you're looking for some kind of clue or some kind of
Yes.
puzzle or game that you
Yep.
might find. Okay, I think that at the point you're sort of looking for, and there's this. As you come up to one of the tree, maybe the third or fourth that you're looking at, and you can see there's a gnome sitting on a sort of a rock, basically next to one of these trees. Beautiful instrument, a sort of a white salamander. Oh, actually no. Here we go. Right. Sitting on a swing that hangs from a branch of a pear tree, plucking the strings on her lute while sort of having sort of eyeing you up and down. You can see that on their lap they have this. It's the mix between a frog and a salamander. No, it's a frog, but it's completely white, sort of albino. And she seems to be looking up at you with a smile.
Oh,
And-
you.
Looking for something in specific, my dear?
Yes, I'm trying to find the mysteries of this carnival.
Oh, love, if you are looking for that, you're gonna be stuck here for the next 16 years. So many mysteries, so many discoveries.
Well, I am not very good at that, so if I find a couple, I'll be happy.
Well, you tell me if this one can help you, huh? Oh, where are my manners? No. There we go. My name's Elowick Tumblestrom. Friends call me Ellie. Actually, no. Friends call me Tumblestrom. Sorry. Read that wrong.
And okay, so well met. You can call me Ysdred.
Oh, I know
Can
who you
you-
are.
Huh. Right. So maybe you can help me with my treasure chasing.
Huh.
And
I
I
can-
show him the map and what I was eyeing.
Huh. Oh, there's a mystery down here. And I think you might be on the right track. But that mystery belongs to the map and not the carnival itself. Well, not physically around here.
Oh,
But I do agree. There are many mysteries around here. Many things to explore and discover. Much happens between the tents and beyond the sight of the tourists. And I happen to know that you're on one of these. You're searching for this.
well,
Bit of a mystery beyond the scope of these walls.
you seem to be pretty knowledgeable.
I try to be.
And what days they call you apart from? So, my notes.
Sorry, say that again.
Apart from Thunderstaff, do they give you another name?
Oh, I've had plenty of names, but Doublestrom will do for you for now. I mean, if you'll be my friend.
I don't have a reason not to be. I'm a friend with most people until proven otherwise.
Good. That's a good philosophy. That's a very good philosophy to have. So what mystery does bring you to the Witchlight Carnival?
searching the best of the Fae, like the Fae home.
Oh. You're looking for a way in from a place.
But not any way.
Well, from what I understand, you've been asking the good questions. Not just not all of them yet.
Well, only been here for 1 hour or so give us time. We'll get there.
Of course. I don't plan on moving too much about. I've been here for a couple of days. I've seen most of what the carnival's had to offer so far. But they could use a bit of change from here and there. A lot of the attractions are often the same. But yeah, I'm happy here. Enjoying the views, enjoying the sounds, enjoying the smells. Oh, the smells.
Especially here in the orchard.
Definitely.
I do hope that growing up I will have the same view of things and not grow bold.
No.
That
Honey?
is a fear of mine.
If you grow
I don't want
bored
to get
here,
bored.
then that's on you. But don't worry. There's a sight to be seen at every corner. Enjoy what you see. Enjoy your stay. I mean, that's what this place is for, right?
Yes, I am trying to enjoy the bath.
Oh, I think your friends found something to eat there.
Well, yeah, we went here for that. Thank you for the time. Maybe I'll visit before the end of the night again.
I'm sure you'll try.
Have a good evening.
And you.
I go back to the others.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that this is where all four of you would actually no, because Plum, Tavaren, and Ysdred, you had your tickets punched at the same time. Anna, you went to go get that fruit. Plum and Tavaren, what are you up to?
So I'll plop somewhere. So like, so you had some question. We're gonna have a snack afterwards during the games. So we already have arranged the eating part.
I don't think we need to order any more food.
I agree on that.
I plan to win.
Oh, is that a challenge?
Of course.
Good. I already had a light snack at the Thunderstaff mansion, but I'm always hungry for it. So, tell me, my friend, you had a question? Or two? Or three?
Yeah, how did you... I mean, my first question was how old you were, and you already told me that.
Yes.
How did you end up here?
Well, when a father and a mother love each other and they consummate, and then suddenly I arrived at the circus as a little child. That's how I arrived at the circus.
Oh, so your parents were carnies too?
Yes. My...
Are they here?
You see, he looks a bit sad. I don't know where my mother is, but my father is not. He is not here anymore.
Sorry.
It's okay. At least he had a great act before he.
But
went away.
you have siblings here.
Yes, I will. Apparently, Poppy is still present at the big shop. That's why I proposed to present you to Poppy.
But your brother is called Poppy.
Can you repeat that again?
Your brother is called Poppy.
No, sister.
sister is called Poppy. Right.
Every person has a name of a flower.
Oh.
And I drew
Wait,
it craft,
you're not a flower. You're. Aren't you fruit?
Yes, because I'm very sweet. And gives a little, like a muscle dude giving a smile, like. Okay. Don't tell the others, but before I got a bit stronger with all the work I was doing, I was not muscled, and I was a small kid. But
You are pretty small, yes.
yes,
Wait, but you're not human, right?
he gives a smile. Yes.
And so are you a gnome?
He starts to put his side way, and you see the little fairy wings on his back, and he looks with a big smile and tapping on the wings.
Okay. I see. Why?
If you want an answer on that question, you need to win the eating contest, and maybe I will answer the question.
Oh, challenge accepted.
And he gives you a pinky, and he says, "But if I win, you answer one question honestly,
Okay.
without lying.
Yes, of course.
Don't forget, you know what I am. So don't forget, if you make a promise, how important it is."
I know. And there's this weird, obviously I know. Going to it, like,
And
yeah.
he gives a very big smile. It's like, okay, this little bet has been decided, and gives a little shake to it.
Time to eat.
And then I'll go to Ysdred, and I'll actually share the information. Like, I think that I have seen. Did you see? And I start to explain I start to describe the person that was running away from the scene, from the dragonfly incident.
Yes. Actually, I saw more of that.
Ah.
Yeah, it changed appearances in the map.
I think that we need to visit Burley after when we have time.
Yeah, it went
But-
for a dwarf. So, I mean, if he can change appearances, knowing which appearances is now, it's not really something. That's a start.
And you seems gives a nod. Like, let's keep an eye, and I'll share the information also with Tavaren and Anna at the same time if everyone gets together.
But I'm looking forward for, well, I would say for everything. Everything is amazing. But I didn't know you could turn food into a contest.
Of course, it's a good excuse to eat for not much money.
I see. Well, it's always good to spare the coin, I guess.
Well, and looks at everyone. But I am glad that I could share these moments with good company. And good reactions on saving the blue-bearded dwarf. And while looking at Anna and at Tavaren, I think if I tell this story again about that, to your mother. She will be very proud.
Anna has a little a shy smile and I mean, Tavaren did most of it.
You have done one of your first heroic acts on a carnival. That is something we need to celebrate.
You wanna drink something?
Yeah, and I'll waddle to get drinks to see what drinks they have and order something.
I mean, the drinks are. I think if you look at the small stall.
Yeah.
Let's bring that out again. Small stall.
Yeah, the menu is on there as well.
So, of course, so blue frosted cupcake. You basically get here maybe non-on-a-stick versions of whatever you might find everywhere else. So blue frosted cupcakes, which you understand are going to be mostly what you guys are going to be devouring later. Candied apples on a stick. E03 cookies, which are saucer-sized cookies dusted with particles of fairy dragon euphoria gas. Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that.
Well, it's written on the thing.
Yeah. But I think that anything in brackets here would be explained by Plum. That's why I left it in there.
Yeah.
No.
So E03 cookies, which you can see some people walking around. Actually, I think there's a moment where you definitely feel. You definitely see a pair. There's an elf and a dwarf walking, and the elf is definitely going, "Oh, I think I can feel something." And the dwarf going up and with the sort of sharing this large cookie, he goes, huh, "Trust an elf not to be able to hand their cookie, huh?" As they go, they sort of move out of screen. Let's see what else. Evening berry wine, fairy bell nectar, pixie tarts, button mushrooms. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm not gonna have that yet, but yes. So you're not interested into the contest, Anna?
Nah. I don't eat that much, so I'm gonna let you people have fun with it, and I'm gonna enjoy an apple on a stick. Well, the candied apple, and I'll try the evening berry wine.
I'm gonna take the fairy bell nectar.
right. So each item is another check off your ticket.
Oh, each item is a punch?
Oh yeah.
Oh dang. Okay.
Oh, they
have...
don't do menus here apparently.
Okay.
Let's see.
Worst case, we get new tickets.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Okay. So, is it about time for the eating competition?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Except if we want to talk around a drink before, but yeah.
I think Plum will do a toast and to new adventures, to first adventures, to old adventures, and to finding ourselves again. And put his little pedal up in the air.
That is
Yeah. And I will do. And to new friends.
Okay. You have maybe a couple of minutes more to sort of enjoy your treats before you can hear the bells start ringing basically as the stilt walkers drop. You can see that there are sort of how'd you call it? Yeah, I guess sort of little chimes or bells as they're walking about, calling for all contestants to gather round towards one of the main tables. You can see that as you step forward, let's see. Right, the contest table is piled high with small glazed cupcakes, each filled with a dollop of berry custard. And the goal is simple: eat as many cupcakes as you can within 60 seconds. Now, you guys are certainly not alone. You can see alongside of you are a fair. I mean, you're about maybe a bit more than half a dozen, or maybe 7 or 8, seated. Each of you sort of back to the main sort of building in the center. Which each of you, that same amount, there's a big pile of cupcakes in front of you. There are, this is your classic pie eating contest, which means you actually do have next to each of you a bucket filled with sawdust, sort of in the bottom, just in case. It's part of the fun. And definitely sort of the dwarven woman sort of stepping up again with a gong, basically. Among the as you're looking left and right, both of you are sort of seated together, maybe on one end, and I think so. Tavaren, you're on one end, Plum next, and Plum to the side of you. There is this young dwarf. He's maybe in his sort of early teens. You can still see the fuzz has just started to curl on his cheeks, if that makes sense.
Yep.
But this is a well-fed kid, right? As in, there's almost not enough beard for the plumpness in his cheeks. He is, I'm not gonna say he's wider than the chair, but definitely, he's very plump child. Turns to you and says, I'm Elise's.
Plum, well met, friend.
This your first time? I've been doing this for the past 3 nights, and I've always won. So, best man. I had something for this.
Eat.
Yes, best man eat. Wait, I'll need to workshop that.
Turns to Ysdred and Tavern. It's like,
So I think you forgot about me.
Yes. Once again, I think I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting your face because you're behind that. Anyways,
You're in the dark.
you're in the dark. So I think Ysdred, for the matter, I think you're just on the other side of Elise's. And to your side, there's a Goliath, sort of masculine. He takes quite a bit. There, he's too big for the chair, right? Definitely, you can see his hands are dwarving already the cupcakes that he's sort of holding, and one sort of examining it, with the judge going, put that down until the bell rings. Sort of sheepishly, sort of going, okay. Puts it down in a way that you do not understand this massive warrior to look at. Right then. Well, when I hit the gong, you know what to do. 60 seconds on the hourglass, and go as she strikes the gong and you lead in. Okay, so here
I have a strategy.
You have a strategy? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, if you have strategies, go ahead. I will then explain the mechanical system to this.
The strategy is gathering cupcakes,
Okay.
flattening them for better and quicker absorption.
Somebody's been watching hot dog eating contests.
Not really. Seems like I just thought, asked myself, how would be easier. And
Okay. So Ysdred,
I'm-
flattening, swallowing. Okay.
yes.
Tavaren, do you have a strategy?
I have a surprisingly big appetite for a boy my size.
That is very true. Okay. Plum?
I know it's not gonna do anything for it, but I'm just gonna rage and I'm gonna rage eat cookies.
Okay.
And Anna is on the side, cheering you guys on.
Okay, so you know what? I am going to ask all of you to roll for initiative because we are going to go basically turn by
fair.
turn. So I will just add in.
Oh fuck.
No. Don't worry. This is not. This is more about making sure that everybody gets their own.
Oh wow! That's
Hey.
impressive.
Hey, that is a Heinrich roll, okay?
Why did? Oh, because I have not got. Okay, no worries.
So Heinrich, wherever you are.
Oh yeah, I don't have a token, but yes.
Yes, I'll add you. I'll add you guys in. There we go. And I'll add in I'll add Anna in just in case you guys want to do shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Add turn. So
And
this
I think
is,
I should be able to change it myself. So, there we go.
actually, you know what?
Oh wait, there's two Taverns now. Ah!
Da-da-da.
Okay. Doesn't really matter. So I'll remove one Plum, one Ysdred. Wait. What did you do?
I-
And one Tavaren. Okay. Right. So and I'll add one here. Oh, no. Okay, now I see what it did. That's my fault. Right. So up, add turn, and this would be this. So, what are the initiatives that we have?
One.
A 3, a 7, and a 2. It was really low.
Initiative. Okay.
Plum had a 2.
Plum had a 2. Okay. So Elysius is
Ysdred
going
a
to be
3.
1. Ysdred
Do
a
I
3.
have? I'm not participating, so I'm not rolling, right?
I mean, okay, you can leave it
You
at 0.
can.
It's not a
If
problem.
you want
Okay.
to do something, then.
I'll put it. I'll put her at 0, so just in case.
I'll
she
roll
wants to do
for
that.
potential shenanigans.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's a 5, so yeah.
Okay. Right. And so the person named Actually, can I just change this? Actor. Let's.
I win the initiative with a 7, and I'm embarrassed.
Okay. Save settings.
It's
and-
better good to
Okay.
get the ones out right now.
And let's. Let's call him Drum. And so Drum will be our. There we go. Right. So Drum will be the Goliath. Elysius is the young dwarf. Right. So, let's have a look. So the rule, right, a contestant can swallow a cupcake in about 3 seconds, and safely eat as many cupcakes as 3 plus their Constitution modifier.
Okay.
For each additional cake eaten, the contestant must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take custard damage.
Okay. Fair.
Right? So, what we're going to do is,
You're gonna have to make a table.
yeah. Do we have a chart? I am going to put the. Actually, I'll put these here. Right. So, The gong starts. So, how many? If everybody's sort of eating 2 at a time, right?
I have a +3 on Constitution, so and I'm rage.
Me too.
Eating. I'm rage eating, so I'm like. Bah!
So
Let's
I
go.
don't know if your rage gives you
No.
resistance to custard damage, but
No, just for the fun of it.
okay. So round 1, everybody's got 2, right?
I have 3.
3.
So what do you mean?
I'd like to-
No, you can eat up to 2.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Sure.
2.
Right. So everybody. Oh gods, how do I do this? Okay, Tavaren, what's your constitution?
3. Yeah.
So you
Plus
have
3.
so it's +3, so it's a total of 6. So 3 plus constitution modifier.
Yes.
Okay. So Tavaren. So 6. Plum. What's your
Someone is
constitution?
getting a bit of breathing in the mic, by the way. I'm not sure.
Oh, I can't see that anymore. Plum, what's your constitution modifier?
+3.
+3. Oh, 6 as well. Okay. Ysdred, what is your constitution modifier?
2.
2.
But,
So
can I negotiate for the tactics to help?
we'll see. Well, that's where the constitution saving throws come in and that kind of thing. So I am going to give a drum he's going to go up to 7 7 and
Yo.
is definitely going to be 7. Actually, drum is going to be 8. He's there. Ellie is going to be 8. There we go. Right. So, as you start eating, you start whatever strategy that you might have, you start engulfing. So the turn 1, everybody gets turn 1. Everybody gets the first 6 seconds. You get 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So, Ysdred, as you come up to round 3, basically, you need to give me 1. You basically come to your safe limit with 5 cupcakes. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
Okay.
Okay. Right, I'm going to roll a d8. Right, you take 5 custard damage.
Oh.
Once
I
you
don't
get
know what to make of it, but yes.
once you go no, so this is off your hit points. If you come to 0, basically you throw up in the bucket and you are eliminated.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Go!
Let's see. So Ysdred, that was 1. Okay, so now I need, if all 3 of you are have now gone to your limit into round 4, right?
Yes.
So I need all of you, if you want to keep continuing, you will need to give me 1 per cupcake, a Constitution saving throw. So let's start with Tavaren. So I need 2 Constitution saving throws from you.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh my
And
God.
okay, so you're going to take 2d8 custard damage. And that is 14.
Okay.
You still in?
Yep.
Okay, good. Plum. I need 2.
Constitution saving throw. 1.
You're good? Oh, ooh. Okay. That's 4 damage. Okay. Ysdred, I need 2 for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Why
18.
is
So
it
That's good.
running so low?
Hey,
Okay.
hey, look at my rolls.
You take another 4 custard damage.
But I have a question.
Sure.
I did one more constitution than
Yes.
the other. Why?
Because you have a plus, they all have a +3 to their Constitution saving throw,
Okay.
and so it's your score basically. You can.
No, I just wanted to understand why.
Okay. Sorry.
I was waiting for something, but I didn't understand.
Right. You have not gotten. Let's see. You're at what, up to? Right. Actually, Drum is gonna make his Constitution saving throw. So 2. That's a 6. That's a 9. Yeah, he's not okay. So that's 2d8. Oof, okay. Right.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, I got a 6 and an 8. I I have particularly heavy cupcakes.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah. The Fae
At the
inside
bottom
them.
of the bowl.
I think the motivate Tavaren is gonna be like, if you don't want to ask question, you can always give up if you want. And I start to I start to eat.
I think Elisa's on the side who's been shoving cupcakes into his mouth, and goes, psychological. Okay, let's go for another round.
I think Tavaren literally goes, suck it, short stuff, and
Yes!
Okay, we've got as the announcer goes,
Hey!
oh, and we are going. Okay, I need to.
yay!
That's you're good. You're good for this round. So by the way, we're on round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Keep. We have Plum. That's a D8 for you. And Ysdred, nothing for you. That strategy's paying off. So that's another 6 for you, Plum.
Let's go.
Oh, I am not seeing your damage counter for Ysdred and Tavaren on the
Yeah,
weapons.
I did it now.
There we go. 5 for
I'm
Tavaren.
keeping tracks. I have 9.
You have 9? Okay. Right. So, Elisis is going to run. That's a 14 and a 15. Drum. That's a 12 and that's a 9. So a D8. That's another 6. The Goliath has a good stomach. You can already see the stomach sort of almost start to distend with the amount of cupcake that he's sort of pushing in. Right, going on to the next round. Come on, let's see some heads roll right now. Tavaren. 16, yeah. 7. Oh, and that's an 8.
I'm out.
That's a mean one.
Oh, that was a mean.
Also, yeah. Also, my dice were.
Oh yeah. Mine as well. So, yep. You've been down to custard damage. Any contestant reduced to 0 hit points by custard damage is unable to continue, loses the contest, and has custard splattered all over them.
Oh, I'm not. I went automatically to the death save.
You can stabilize yourself.
I will success 3 times. Yeah.
Okay. But yes, that means that you are out. By the way, Anna, have you at any point? What are you doing during this time?
Anna is just cheering, laughing, and enjoying the contest at this point.
Okay. Right. So, Plum. That is 2 successes. Ysdred. That's another D8. And that's another. Oh, that's 8.
Yeah.
How are you? Are you down?
Not down, but she took a bit.
Okay. So Plum is very much still in the lead. Let's see. Ooh, Drum is going on for 2d8. Oh, that's 14. Yeah, I think. 14, 16, 28. Ooh. Took 28 custard damage.
Ouch!
And let's see for Eli. Yeah, he's still in it. As he's seen Tavaren sort of drop out, the other ones maybe slowing a bit down. But Plum, you are worrying him, as he is twice your size, in 3 times your weight, and he doesn't understand where you're putting it. So you do realize that your rage is not helping you in any capacity in this.
I know, but this is purely for roleplay.
Yeah.
And I just look at Tavern, and that's you. You lost against a short stack.
Okay, I'm gonna be removing Anna from. Okay, so right, that's the full turn. Back to top. Ysdred and Plum, Constitution, please, for another 2.
I'll let you roll first.
Ysdred is gonna stop.
You're gonna stop?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
She doesn't want to go. If she feels that she's gonna get ill, she's going to stop.
By the way, all the meantime, this is sort of one end of the table. There are others across, and as you get multiple different lineages, right? You've got dwarves, elves, tabaxi, any sort of a couple of maybe there's a pair of orcs apparently that are rolling around with their hands around their stomachs as this thing is on. Right, Constitution. That's another D8 for you, Plum. That's 6.
Fill up.
Okay. 1, 2. That's for drum. Elisis just got another D8. Oh, that's bad. But technically, that's the first damage he's taken.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give him 10. Right. Most likely the last round. Go ahead. Jesus.
Nice one.
Okay. Drum.
Wow.
That's a double nat 20.
Yo!
For Drum, as he is struggling, but I think there might be. He saw Plum that your muscles bulk up. I think that's what he kind of does. He goes into a food rage himself, I think. And let's go for Elisis. That's a 7, and let's see, a 2. Elisis is out. As the young boy sort of goes up, holds it in, tries to sort of takes a deep breath, grabs some sort of a drink that had been given to you as well to sort of, and but there's definitely some hyperventilating going on. But seeing Ysdred with that sort of nobility of going, I stopped without going under. I'm keeping my posture. I'm keeping my dignity. There's definitely a moment of, I need to be inspired by this, right? I'm gonna make one last Constitution save. He tries and it just peers into the bucket. So Elise is out. Let's go for okay, Plum and Drum. I'm gonna do for Drum. Oh. Okay.
Plum is 1 and 2.
Okay, well, I think that rage was not enough because he takes another 8 points of custard, which basically puts him under. I think there's a moment where he goes into that food rage, inspired, and he just tenses up and just smashes his two fists into the custard pile. Which, by the way, there have been about 20 custard. Sort of cupcakes in front of you. The pile doesn't seem to have actually calmed down as you've been picking into it. And he just smashes it in and just falls over head first into the cupcakes. Well, folks, I think that did it. Could the winner please stand and rise, as we cannot see them behind the cupcake pile?
So I jump on the table and I scream, yeah!
Woohoo!
Congratulations to all participants and to you who've actually to won. And to celebrate your winnings. And you can see there's a I think that sort of a tabaxi, but shorter stack, right? Sort of smaller tabaxi, very bushy tail that brings up again the sort of smiling eyes, wearing an apron and a top hat, brings on a tiny little plate a silver cupcake, quite equivalent to the ones that you had, but sort of presented. And your prize, and you're going, this is a cupcake. But as you take it into your hand, you do feel that there is some sort of effect to it. This is not just a cupcake, right? This is technically this cupcake, if ingested in its entirety, functions as a potion of invisibility.
I have a cupcake of invisibility.
You have a cupcake of invisibility.
Yo, cool.
At the end of the contest, all the participants are given a small glass of, it's just about maybe sort of the size of a double shot of this. It's warm. It's fragrant. It's sort of a darkish color to it.
Cherry liquor.
Huh?
A cherry liquor, because cherry orchard, right? So.
Well, no, it's anything orchard, basically.
Okay.
But it's definitely, it has that, it's non-alcoholic, but it might have that kind of texture to it. It's a bit syrupy, but...
For digestion.
Yes, it is very much to digest. Actually, this would most likely be plum juice. And yes, as you feel, so you now have you can now fully recover your hit points, as the custard mayhem has ended. Right. Actually, on that note, as Plum, Ysdred, Tavaren join up with have joined up on with Anna, I will suggest we take our second break for today. Right? So once again, folks, if you've been enjoying this episode, please note there will be a part 3, and we will see you then and there. Thank you for coming along with this little exploration, this little ride with us. We appreciate it greatly. And to my players, go grab a snack, even if, your characters are overstuffed, we are not. Grab something to drink, walk around, and we will see you for part 3 of today's episode. Bye-bye.